back, boys and girls. Are you ready for another raucous round of weekly webcam Wednesday? Wednesday webcam, one of those.
I think we should start just mixing it up on purpose at this point.
Oh,
I'm,
yeah.
I'm here for it. I'm here
I'm
for it.
down.
We got to keep them on their toes. This matchup is going to keep you guys on your toes. We've got on one side of the table a Wednesday webcam weekly staple in Bakugo 1 on the death symbol, ready to just blow everyone out of the water. But then on the other side, we've got a character that very much does not want to be blown out of the water. We're looking at one of your favorites, Bromley, Momo 2.
Oh man, it's your girl. It's Mrs. Block's Good Woman, but the sequel. Okay, it's Mrs. Puts Breaker on thing. It's Mrs. Puts Stun on thing that already has the stun. It's gonna be exciting. I think having given a peek to both of these decks, it's gonna be cool to see if Bakugo can break through the defensive package that this Momo deck is packing, or if Momo can, crack back quickly enough before the Bakugo just blitzkriegs across the...
Yeah, before Momo reaches that inevitable moment of the game where you go, I can't take 7 to the face anymore. I now have to start letting Bakugo play the game as he wants to by blocking him, which coincidentally enough is also how Momo likes to play the game, right? We get to put Breaker 1 on every keyword block, and most of them already have Breaker 1 on it. That's fantastic. Only thing better than 1 Breaker 1 is 2 Breaker 1s. We were literally saying earlier, when speaking about secret rares, that Breaker 2 is not something that's been on a card generically. It's been on 1 card since set 1. That's crazy.
This is like, I'm having a blast from the past right here. We've got quick create, new training method, the is it fulfilled or something like that?
Preparing for battle.
Preparing for battle. Release and rescue completed.
Coming in via the new training method. Feels good, man.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, you don't have to build your assets, which means that you get to just build your 3 diffs instead. So, we're seeing a sort of convention. Oh, never mind. We're seeing a stun 2 out of Turn to Dust. He said, bite the dusto.
A very violent opening from Bakugo here with this Turn to Dust. One of those cards that I feel like I haven't seen a lot of in the past few formats. But every time it comes out, I sit there and I go, man, why haven't we seen this thing that much more? Stun 2 in the decks that Turn to Dust goes in just always feels so impactful so early on in the game.
Yeah, the wonderful thing about Turn to Dust and especially into a 7-hander, by the way, is that it puts a real cost on our opponent, right? It really puts them in a dilemma. No matter what part of the game we're in, we don't ever want to lose life. We don't ever want to destroy foundations. And early game, crucially checking a 3 there for that vicious mockery. Cannot mock the opponent. We're gonna have to take 6. But wait, why is it gone? Is it because of encouragement?
It is. As we tried to be a little cautious there, or I guess the opposite. We were a little risky there, not releasing on that block, and as a result, our Ruthless Mockery block has very much failed. Meaning we're going to take some full damage. Encouragement's going to send our attack flying, and we're not going to get that amazing -2 damage for the rest of the turn. I mean, now we're stunned out. It's open season for Bakugo now, and we haven't even latent skilled yet, Christopher. We haven't even latent skilled yet.
This could be over just as quickly as it began.
It's so possible. Yeah,
now
we can't even. Yeah, we can't even afford to block anymore. This Vile Season is going to come in. We're probably going to have to use Quick Create here just to not exactly die. We certainly can't pay 2 to stop it from damaging up.
Oh my gosh. Oh, he said, I'd like it to be lethal. Thank you very much.
Yeah, we've got to quick create it up just to get outside of lethal or check.
Oh my
goodness. We opted not to go for that. Once again, opted to go for the block, hoping that 5 was on top. Oh my God. We can see 2 Howitzer Cyclones in Chris's hand. Oh my goodness. Sometimes it's just not meant to be. Sometimes it's just not meant to be. Having to play, even with the accelerated build there via the new training method and getting the assets snapped in, sometimes, man, like we said, going for the throat, Wednesday webcam weekly staple, Mr. Bakugo 1, 19 health. That's just not a number to this guy sometimes.
So we see there that's the trade-off when you're trying to get your 1 good block for the turn. being an action with a 3+ mid block, right? Turn to Dust had stun 2 and is also quite quick by itself at 4 speed. So, you're kind of rolling the dice on whether or not you're going to be able to pass it with that action card. We see that neither player sideboards, by the way, so we're going in with the same strategies across the board.
Hey, look, we didn't figure out if our strategy did or didn't work yet. We just figured out that Chris's strategy worked really well.
Yeah, I mean, we certainly had luck on our side and unluck on the other guy's side. And we just went for the throat, saw an opening, and went straight for the jugular, and were rewarded for it.
So very unfortunate. I hope we get to see a little bit more of Seamus's Momo deck here fire off. I think this character is so cool. Definitely one of the second I saw this character get previewed, I was like, God, I love all of these words. Very, very Levi character. Just doesn't have those symbols I like playing. We're not a life good water gamer over here in Levi land.
On the flip side, I adore those symbols in this.
Yeah,
format.
literally, are those like your 3 favorites, right?
Well, I like drawing cards, and I like strong, impactful foundations in my stage, and those are where it's at, man.
Yeah, so we're gonna see Momo on the play here this time. Hopefully, gonna give us a little less chance of getting nuked, and also getting a very, very nice build off. Once again, doing these fantastic new training method things. That card, man, I remember when I first saw that card, I was super underwhelmed. I was a little baby yet, still didn't really know what I was doing in the game, still very, very rough around the edges. And I had everyone tell me this card's like insane. I was like, I don't know, man. Check's a 4. It's like you gotta commit it. I didn't understand the power of building in all of these busted 3 diffs for free.
Well, so it goes back to something that's really showcased ever since the very first set of the game, in terms of what is valued for our meta environment. And it's been value is king, right? If you can fill your hand with more cards, fill your stage with more cards, play out more attacks than your opponent, then you're gonna get I guess we get to build in our card with a keyword, huh?
Yep, it's an ally. That's our friend. That's our friend, Christopher.
That's one of our friends right there. But yeah, I mean, going back to what I was saying, if we are able to extend, it's sort of been my philosophy for a long time. If I can get ahead of you on my board state, then I can control the gameplay and play the game on my terms. And that's something that the Bakugo exploited, was that the Momo was not able to get that train going. Yeah. But now we pick up the Wild Pussycats, which is a card that will further, advance our board state with that new training method. We built a free card this turn. We're going to build in a Passing the Torch that we can then tap sideways to draw yet another card.
I'm also completely positive that we've given this stun 2. So we're about to fully commit out our Bakugo arrival and just go crazy. We're about to, I will say, one of the most interesting card in Chris's stage right now. We sure built a very shiny sports festival stadium. That thing is about to hurt us.
Yeah.
It's about to hurt us.
Haven't seen that card for a while, but one of the really fun things about a terrain is, please give me another one. Please, sir, I'd like some more. Good
guy Bakugo. He said, oh, no, I do got to take one more. Oh my God. We're going the distance. Wow. Uh-oh. The distance is punishing us.
The distance is punishing. He's going for speed.
Wow. It's okay. We're refunding one of them. And we're getting to just put some more damage on the board in little incremental values. Chris has got 3 foundations. What is he gonna do? 19?
Yeah. I wonder if he gave it stun.
We better have. All right.
Yeah.
We're here to push every button. No.
No foundations. That's okay. We're not checking those. Goodness. We're not checking those.
That's true. As long as we have something to play after this. Oh, I guess it didn't. I mean, wow, another 3 on top. Holy cow!
All right, well, let's see if Bakugo can retort.
Yeah, we better be checking 5s for days on Seamus's end right now. We just went through 4 non-foundations. Oh no.
We see going to repeat checks a 6. He said stun 2, stun 4. I'll do half that. But,
oh my goodness! Starting off with the Turn to Dust, with the stun 2, and checking the 6. That's like the sign of doom. When my rival opens, when they open and immediately hit the 6, even if it's just on like a 4 or a 5, I'm like, no, it's my time.
It's
It's my
over.
time.
I've been so demoralized that I may as well not be playing.
It's not even demoralized. It's just a sign from the higher ups, the higher powers
Oh,
that be, you know?
that you are no longer in control.
Yeah. You don't have your mastery anymore. It's gone. It's gone. Turn to Dust, though, is, I mean, regardless of what we think the higher powers have in store for us, fantastic way to start this turn. It's what spelled doom for us last turn. You know, I mean, stun. Stun is the way around these decks, right?
True.
These super defensive life decks. When you're not Momo 1 and all your defense isn't on your face, that's how you beat these decks, right? Oh yeah. The juice here.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah, we are not happy. We are not happy actually about that block. As Seamus here, we just gave everything. We just gave everything to Chris here. We're gonna be able to get to. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Yep. So we're gonna be able to kick. We're gonna be able to kick the net gun out of there. We've got what looks like the one card in hand there for Seamus.
Yeah.
Oh, did you think that was in his pool?
Yeah, I said what's the card in his card pool?
No. That's our one pitiful card in hand. Unfortunately for us, we also took half damage. So this instant explosive release is about to pop off. We're gonna fit so many threes on top. Oh my goodness. We're gonna fail this. Take a big chunk of damage. Sports Festival Stadium is gonna continue to rack up the damage because it doesn't have to be ready in your stage. Just says while this card is in your stage, static abilities are active while they're committed. Another turn to Dust. We still have a tight-lipped out. +2 damage on everything with Bakugo himself. This is scary. I'm scared, Christopher.
I think we're just dead, right?
Oh my goodness. I think any other attack just says we're dead. There's no way we don't have another move here. Throw down literally anything else. Oh my god. He's like, actually, what if you just took 14 here? 14's good? 14's good. Holy cow. What a blitz. Like barely even 10 minutes on the clock for these guys, and a swift wrap up of just what happens sometimes when you run 19 health into Bakugo 1 with one of the most aggressive builds I've ever seen.
We just like happened to have the best technology for the matchup, right? Momo was like, I have my breaker, I have my remove from pool, set your thing to 1 speed so I can block again. And Bakugo said, no, actually, not only will you be taking 1 more damage on every attack you don't block because you keep checking 3s, but also get that out of your card pool. I'll draw a card. It's probably going to be orange because it's all coming up Bakugo today.
He literally said, "Oh, you've blocked me? Thank you for enabling my entire deck." Wow. Very, very unfortunate for our Momo 2 there. Well, given the speed, the velocity, the high octane level and rate that game and match wrapped up in, I think Bromley and I are going to pop out of here and go pop into another table, find something else cool for you guys to witness for the remaining, 45 minutes of this round. We'll be back soon, guys. All right, guys, we're coming back into round 2 Redux. Round 2, part 2. After a very, very swift end via Bakugo's hands, we're going to be looking into a new pair of hands. Shigaraki 1, pairing up against the symbol of peace himself, All Might 3. I would say the most popular variant of one of these characters, as opposed to not the least popular. I don't think I've ever seen a Shigaraki 2 sleeved up in my life, but people have definitely gotten real, real high off number 3. Cool to see number 1 sitting in here doing his thing.
Yeah, I mean, so Shigaraki 1 has been like everybody's like back pocket pick in the like casual scene, right? People love to touch your butt, you know? They just love going, you took 2. Actually, you took 7. Oh.
And yeah, it's a very, very attractive style, right? You get to sit there and go, hey man, I'm just gonna play my moves. You gotta sweat. You got to sit there and sweat and have held every perfect zone.
He certainly exerts a certain level of pressure over the course of the game that's hard to replicate. I outside of the character, right? Oh, well, we're not going to be able to destroy anybody's foundation next
No,
turn.
yeah. Speaking of the character, there he goes. But the I think the thing that forced us to commit our character there is the more interesting piece of this puzzle. This is a fire symbol Shigaraki deck, a symbol that he's seen a lot more play on ever since set forward League of Villains because fire got a float combo. It got muscle rush. That says if it's fully blocked, it still deals 1 damage. That means it deals 6 damage because we're Shigaraki 1, and that's fantastic. And also just opens our deck up to a lot of other fantastic things like that prominence burn that we just checked.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing more exciting to me personally than flipping over a press conference and showing somebody a prominence burn, just saying, "Hey, this is what's coming next." Not that we have that out just yet, but I'm excited to see a prominence burn hit the table.
It's
Meanwhile,
so heinous.
we just gonna start turn with a casual back alley haymaker.
You know it, you love it. Good old back alley. At least its dear friend One with Nature is not here right now. Still legal tonight. Just happens to not be present. We're not looking defenseless though, right? As Josh, we do have double heroic lineage, so we're pretty much telling Derek, you do only get to pump speed right now because the second you try to put some damage on board, I'm gonna
block it.
Crazy speed reduction on you. But man, there's 3 cards in hand. Do not feel good right now.
Yeah, this is one of the like dilemmas you kind of have when you play into All Might 3 is if he goes first, which he did, you can draw that extra card. If you check poorly on your build, you might be stuck with more cards than you're comfortable with holding on their turn. And especially when you have, an opener as effective as Back Alley Haymaker is, you don't want to toss cards, but sometimes you have to. I mean, here comes the Texas Smash.
I mean, everything's unblockable, right? Like our rival's stuck with 3 cards in hand. I think that Josh should have tried to fail a block there.
Wow, just look at my 6 check, by the way.
Yeah, just take a little peek at it. However, if this does pump its damage up, we do get to block this one.
True, yeah. If we even decide to touch the damage number on this card, even with the 3 speed, I think it will put it into blockable territory. So there is a little bit of a we're seeing
here
it
comes. Bring it down to a little baby 1 high. No world where we're failing this block anymore. If we double respond, now are we going to do that? Is the question.
So that's the curious thing here is you got to assume that the All Might will be putting speed onto the card, so you may as well use both of your heroic lineages, right?
Yeah, but it looks like we've already replaced that speed with All Might, so we have not gone and used our second lineage here. Meaning this is. I mean, it's still blockable, but it's very failable now is the issue.
Correct. Even if we had a +1 or a +0 high block, we could still feasibly fail it. We can see we're giving it an additional speed and damage with our wonderful little Gran Torino card, but it's giving us
very failable.
Gives us another opportunity to respond, though.
Oh, you fool! You fool, All Might.
Yeah. So,
delightfully gave us that window back. That does even it out though, all the way down to 2, which means it is still failable. A lot less failable, but still failable. And we're Texas Smash discarding.
Yeah. Next one's getting 4. We know we're checking a 6. May as well.
Do know we're checking a 6. This is gonna get pretty ugly here.
I'm on the seat of my pants. What's next? Is it another Texas Smash?
Okay, we've got a Muscle Rush block. So that means we are, thankfully, that was very failable. But it's only a half block, which does not feel great. Another Texas comes in. No, don't do it.
Oh, no.
Oh, no. Oh, no. What have we done, Christopher? Oh, wow.
This is a card I don't see in enough All Might lists, by the way.
Yes, this card really was was completely undiscovered for so long, and then people finally started waking up to it around like season 2. I remember people bringing this card out as like is this the only way we can beat Momo as All Might 3? Is this what we have to do to commit that whole board out? And it felt like once Momo kind of fell off, this card also fell off, and it's like, no guys, Stun 3 is still really good.
Yeah. Oh man. Well, At least we don't have 8 foundations, so the final smash isn't going to be passable at this point.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah. There's a little bit of silver line in here, but man, we're taking so much damage. How do we climb all the way back up from the whatever we end this turn at, as opposed to All Might's 30 health?
Yeah, this is certainly an 11 damage move, right?
Yeah, it's pretty rough. Going all the way to 12 here is does not feel good.
Did we? I think the numbers were off on that one.
Oh, did we not factor in our +4?
I think they did not.
Yeah, I think is the that strike have the +4 on it from Texas? Beautiful. Also, while I'm here, who won game 1? Shiggy won game 1. Epic. Thanks, guys.
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
So we're now even more decimated than we were before. 30-8 and not feeling fantastic. But the silver lining is that I've just identified Shigaraki's up a game. So if we do see All Might really, really pull it out on this one, we're going to get an awesome game 3, which is what I want to see every time. I want to see more Universus.
Going back to the heroic strike include, yeah, I think it's a card that isn't seen as necessary into an aggressive format, because when your opponent is only intending to block one card a turn, stunning them out isn't quite as important. But when people are slowing down a bit, it's a card that lets you break through walls. Especially when you get to precede it with a back alley. You know, God forbid you play 2 back alleys into a heroic strike. There are not many decks that can punch a block through past stun 7.
Yeah, I think the big thing for most players on the good symbol is that, yes, like you said, when the rivals only plan on blocking one thing a turn, back alley stun 2 is just enough.
Yeah.
You don't really need to try and lead into anything crazy, right? By the time you're on a move, your 3rd or 4th move where heroic strike is important, 85% of the decks you'll be fighting are already committed out.
Yeah, they're tapped out. On the flip side here, as Shigaraki, dealing 30 is not part of the game plan, right? I mean, it's maybe with the perfect magical dreamland sequence, you could maybe get there with a powerful move after a couple of nitros. We see we're opening with the nitro already. Ooh. But I don't think it's going to be in our line.
No, I don't think that we have a lethal line here. I think we have hit you with nitro, burn for 5, build pass turn here.
Yeah, what you want to do is you want to put yourself in a situation where you can follow up on maybe a lackluster follow up to that explosive first attack sequence, and get yourself some momentum, get yourself some damage on the board, and perhaps exploit an aggressive turn, you know, with your face ready this time.
Yeah, we need to be able to put our dukes up next turn and hopefully build from here on out, because we got to protect 8 life. Now, thankfully, we did get rid of One with Nature with Season the Advantage, so we're not going to have to deal with that next turn, which does feel really good as we very much committed our irrefutable force of nature. But we've got to get a healthier stage if we're going to fend All Might off. But the issue is we've immediately fallen into that really hard place with All Might, where if we hold more than 2 cards, we probably don't get to block 3 things anyway because of all the speed. But then if we only hold 2 cards and we get attacked 4 times, mathematically we die.
We're just dead. Yeah, it's kind of a damned if you do, damned if you don't sort of situation that you have sometimes against that character. Is that even if you go down to no cards in hand, they still have things like, you know, Texas Smash. To be able to pump numbers high enough to close games out, and especially when you're at 8, even printed can seal the deal.
Yeah, it's I mean, you know, I want to believe that Josh can navigate this not so fortunate game state he's in to a place of victory. You know, I mean, if anyone can kind of like try and mid-range this game out, you know, Shigaraki one is certainly one of those characters up there. It's just hard when he's already up against the mid-range king. Actually, we're just going for it. Actually, it's just time to die.
We wanted Providence Burn. We're getting Providence Burn. I think we're gonna see
we actually wanted to get flashed here, right?
yeah. I think we wanted to remove a card from our opponent's stage, and they will probably take 7. Oh my gosh!
I would not be surprised.
What would you do if he just played another one?
Oh my god! Just like full scented on an 8.
I would. I mean,
without a care in the world.
3 of them kills a man.
You're right. No, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Also, there are 4 arrogant dispositions in this deck. We got 6s, buddy. We got 6s to check up in here, man.
I'm just saying, Prominence Burner and 8. Remove the Nitro. Remove the Prominence Burn. Burn 3, 2 speed, and then we end it with a Howitzer Impact Cyclone on a 6. Checking a 6.
Actually, all we have to do is hit with the Prominence Burn, right?
Well, we already hit with the Nitro, right?
Right. Okay, we're done.
All right, okay. Fine.
Christopher, I told you. We were going to check 6.
Oh my god.
That was what we were here to do. But now the unfortunate thing is we've got 3 ready foundations, a couple cards in hand. I don't know if we even get to pass 2 blocks. All Might's got 2 momentum. Like if we just find a back alley, it's gonna get real messed up real fast. 5 foundations is the saving grace here. If the checks do not roll in for Derek, we can survive this turn barely. Hopefully, maybe.
It's certainly a tall ask when you're at 8 with 3 foundations into a character like All Might who can dig real deep. But if we check multiple 3s and we get 1 good completely blocked card into a Jigaraki response, it might be enough to stave off in your impending doom,
Yeah, it just depends what kind of pressure we can put on the board. If we can start with a back alley or like going into a heroic strike here, oh my god.
All right, well, yeah.
Well, we can all check 6s here. That's the beauty of our game sometimes.
We're certainly going to check more. We're going to check more, man. We're going to stack another one probably.
We also might just target draw back alley haymaker here. Seems okay. I think we're going for a target draw play. Maybe a Valiant Assault if we really want to dig for more attacks. Putting a special. Okay, so we have the gas.
Right.
We have the gas. We've put Specialist of Sound on top. So we're gonna see 2 checks into the future, which means we have 2 more attacks we're ready to play. And then if we find an attack on top, we just get to target draw it with All Might 3. Yeah, this is a little ugly, Bromley.
Yeah, it's not looking good for our villain on the other side of the tail.
This is now a 7 high for 6. In a perfect world, we can commit out to block this and use our character. But I think after that, we're going to explode.
You got to take it. You got to take the 6 and pray you have the right zone for the next one. And that he reveals a 3, draws 2 3s, and there's another 3 on top. I mean, it's not looking great.
We are grasping for straws right now. To see Josh try and survive the rest of this game. Here comes our Texas. You already know. Oh no! Here comes our friendly neighborhood hardened jab. This is gonna eat through these heroic lineages nonstop, and then I don't know if we get another block after this.
I would you don't even need to pump damage on this, right? You just pump speed.
Yeah, your rival's at 2. Just don't combo. I know that sounds crazy, but don't combo. It's for 2. It already kills on the half block. Don't let them use lineage.
Yeah, so I know it's interesting, right? But for the viewers at home, you are kind of stun-toing them, right? But you could also just force them to block you very, very fast. With 3 cards in hand, it would have been 7 speed, right? So I think in this situation, we probably should have just pumped speed and said, "Hey, man, go ahead, check your 6 again, and then if you have another move, send it."
Yeah, there's like very few scenarios where the math works out differently. I mean, we double lineaged it, so I guess it does kind of work out for us in that way.
Yeah, and either way, it's kind of mincing some straws because we certainly have more gas to send after.
Yeah, we have to be able to block a 4-speed hardened jab after this. We're also discarding for +4 to the next for reasons.
It's fun. If you have the button, you may as well press it.
If I can do it, I can do it. Look, again, we're on the stream, man. We're trying to give these people a show. I'm not trying to kill you with a 5 damage hardened jab. I'm trying to kill you with a 19 damage hardened jab. Come on now.
The more impressive feat would be putting it at exactly lethal, right? When it's at 2, when they're at 2, find ways to lower the damage number, right?
Oh yeah, actually, I would be more impressed. I'd be genuinely more impressed.
Yeah, I feel like if I did that though, my opponent would get mad at me. You know,
Oh yeah, 100%.
I would certainly get mad. All right, so we are going to hit the Shigaraki response. We're going to force a destroy of one of our opponent's foundations. Let's see. This jab is going to be on a 6. We have 1 card left in our hand.
Yeah. I mean, this jab is not unblockable. It's going to be a 4 speed, right? After we use All Might.
You end up checking a 3. So if we check a 6 with a +1 mid prominence burn block, perhaps.
If we have a 1 mid, we just have to check a 5.
Really? I don't know how to math.
It's a 3 speed jab +1 speed for 1 card in hand, 4, 5, 6. Commit our Nervous Habit for 6. It's not impossible. You know, we know that there's nitros and prominence burns. Those are +1 mids. You know, there's possibly evil gazes in here, right? A lot of +1 mids we could be working with as Mr. Shigaraki. He hasn't picked up the cards yet, so mathematically, there's gotta be some math.
A way. It's gotta be a way.
There has to be. We're not piddling for time with 18 minutes on the
what's a 1 mid?
On a 6.
Wow, you
5,
checked.
6. There it is. There it is. We got 1 ready resource. Save for another 6 check. There is no more attack coming down from All Might.
Well, we know that the All Might also packs 6 checks, right?
Oh my goodness.
So do you just just send it, brother? If you had
no way, don't do it.
So okay, close. All right.
So close. Yeah, I mean, it's the out. However, we just threw away that 1 high block against the prominence burn deck. This might be a turnaround for Shigaraki.
Yeah. On the flip side, 14 is as far away as 30 is for Shigaraki. 14 is very, very achievable.
Right. If we think about in terms of if we hit our rival, I mean, obviously we're not winning unless we hit our rival. So mathematically, our rival's actually at 9 health right now. That's very easy to do with just the attacks in our deck and no interaction with our character. You know, we've got the nitros, we've got the stun grenades. I mean, a single prominence burn, I think, just clinches this up.
You know what? He drew 6 foundations.
No way. No way. Oh, and you know what? We can also do, Bromley. We can Nervous Habit once.
1 time.
If we can find, unfortunately, if we had some way to, oh my God, to ready our Small and Limber, we could have readied Small and Limber off of our jab and won. Oh my God, I'm in shambles right now.
Actual tragedy.
Christopher, I'm in shambles. With 1 ready foundation, there's got to be something we can do on this turn. There's got to be something that Josh can pull out. You know, pretty much anything if we can open with like a rapid punches or something to really get things going, this is also a fine start.
I mean, yeah, this is certainly an attack that will do damage, right?
Yeah, this will do 8 damage, 100%. Yeah. I mean, it's a 3 low. It's blockable. If we decide this is the only thing we get to block this turn, it's possible. I was like, it's a 4 low. We've got a quick to act. It's a 4 low. And
that Nervous Habit for that one time activation, right?
We got to make that 1 Nervous Habit count. All right.
Yeah,
we got to make it count.
For sure.
A stun grenade could also do some pretty heinous things with powerful too.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if we find the nitro, anything's getting powerful too, and then it's just going to be off to the races. The unfortunate part about this muscle rush is it's not a fury. A prominence burn is not going to feel great from here. Ooh, going to fail that block off the hot 3 check there. Going to be taking 3 and then taking our 5, going down to 6. Can we just put 6 damage on the board?
I want to see prominence burn.
Oh,
I don't care that there's no fury in the pool.
I came here to see prominence burn. I just why I came here. This is one of my patrons. We built this deck together. I know what it's doing. I'm here.
All right, well that's fine. That one's gonna pull the prominence burn. It's gonna pull it.
Though. He's teasing us. Ooh, you know what we can also do? We can Nervous Habit and then we can quick to act even and then pop a lineage here to make it lethal.
Yeah.
I'm trying to make this bad boy lethal. Bromley, if we make this arrow lethal and it finds us a prominence burn, I'm living my best life.
It's what I want. I want it to be fully blocked. I want us to find a prominence burn. I want us to try to play it on an 8. and I want us to slam every card in our stage sideways to pass it.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So this is going to be a 3-speed move with the quick to act. So if we have a +1, it's unfailable. I think we might see the nervous habit usage come in here just because it would make it failable. Oh yes, responders, first responders, anyone, please respond.
There it
is. Offer expires while you wait. Operators are standing by. This is now a lethal ignited arrow. We've got to stop this. It is a very, very passable block right now. So I have to imagine if we're not going to apply the nervous habit here to try and win off of just this one, we might see, I mean, this is going to get us another one either way. So there is follow-up, whether it's already in our hand or off the top of our deck somewhere. There will be something after this.
There was a 6. It was just the next one. Oh, wow.
It was so close. It was 2 cards away. 2 cards away.
Oh, you're right. You're right.
So close yet so far. Now, what goodies? Yeah, that'll do it. That'll do, Pig. That'll do, Pig. That's going to be a 4, 5, 6, 7 speed with nervous habit. This, I have to say, I believe is a wrap for Josh. Even if we have a sneaky plus ultra block, we're going to die on the half. Yeah, this rapid punches, I think, is gonna completely wrap this up for Josh in a lovely 2-0 fashion. Man, oh man, oh man. I'm happy for Josh, Chris. I am, but I'm sad for us and for the audience out there. We just
didn't get to see 3 games.
I didn't get to see 3 games, and I didn't get to see Prominence burn.
Wait, he played one. He played one and got flashed.
It got flashed, Christopher. I'm molding. I'm furious. I can't do it. I can't do it. Oh man, I wish we would have seen game 1, honestly, because I was told that Prominence burns occurred in game 1. I was told it was terror.
You love to see it and also love to be it, you know?
Yep, fantastic. Yep, the classic showdown, right? The classic showdown. Shigaraki versus All Might, taking him down. Nary a cheerleader can save you, because as amazing as Prominence Burn is, I've got a lot of other really sick moves in my deck that are gonna obliterate you, especially when you forget to ready that small and limber.
Yeah, it's something that, you know. That's what these weeklies are for, right? It's for people to learn and to grow as players, you know, in a positive and reaffirming atmosphere, right?
Yep.
So I hope he does watches the VOD and learns, right?
Obtains that knowledge, that WWW knowledge. Yeah, I lost to Provisional because I forgot to ready an Amphibious once. So do it in Wednesday Webcam Weekly, not your provisionals, folks. Guys, we got about 10 minutes left on the clock here. So Raul and I are going to skedaddle and start cooking up what we're going to show you guys going into the final round of tonight. We'll be back soon, heroes. Thank y'all.